It's so good to see rom-coms making a comeback.
Was there any rom? I don't think there was any rom.
There's a bit of rom in
There's
it.
a bit of
There
rom.
it's almost half a bit of a... What do you think? You thought there was some rom?
I thought
I
there
think
was
it's
some
potential. Do you
Yeah.
think there's potential for some
Absolutely.
rom?
Yeah.
I think there's as much rom as in Wuthering Heights.
That was very rommy.
Yeah, I've not seen that rom, but
We
they...
haven't seen it,
Yeah.
no, but we...
Have you not?
I've not seen it, should I have?
We should talk about your movie as
Yes.
well. Guys, congratulations on the movie.
Thanks.
I loved it, and you're both brilliant in it. So yeah,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Great, we're done. Okay, all right.
Lovely to meet you.
Yeah.
So
Some
I'm
more
gonna start-
compliments, please. Yeah.
I'm going to start off by asking you, Rosamund, if you had a favourite piece of role reversal or a favourite piece of dialogue that you got to say in the movie, because I loved the good news, men can now drive in Saudi Arabia line.
Good, I'm glad. It's sort of easy to miss, that one. You go for the... You really listen intently. I like that.
Oh, good.
Father pleases me all the time. And then asking the crew on... What is it? What did I eventually say? He needs to...
Oh, he
knock
needs
one
to
out.
knock one out, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, what
It's his
do we
time
say?
of the week, wasn't it?
Yeah, time of the week.
Time of the
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Needs
The
to
idea
knock
that
one out.
men need to ejaculate to behave calmly.
Jesus.
Good Lord, he needs to knock one out.
Even just gestures. I mean, we have a love scene later on, and I not to any spoilers or
Yeah.
anything, but even just the sort of getting his getting his shirt and just
Oh,
pulling
yes,
it
yeah,
aside
yeah,
to
that
look
was
at his
brilliant.
pecs. I
Yeah.
enjoyed. That gave me a lot of pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Glad it's rare that my pecs can provide anyone pleasure for that.
See, I told you there's loads of rom.
Yeah,
Loads of
there's
rom.
That's more of a kind of
That's more of
scene.
yeah,
Without, but tastefully done.
yeah,
Very tastefully done.
more competitive.
Yes,
Competitive
yeah.
rom. Who's going to be on top?
Yeah.
I still don't know who worked out who was on top at the end. I think we just sort of battle it out to come see who comes out on top.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said who comes first. I thought
Yeah.
you were going to, no, you weren't going to go.
I
there.
almost
Yeah,
did.
there's a lot of Freudian slips there. Okay.
I'm going to move on. Sacha, at the
Good.
start of the movie, we get to see Damien in some very extravagant places with some very important people. I'd love to know, where's been the most extravagant or most incredible place that your work has taken you to?
I don't think I've gone to any extravagant places really, because we're shooting in Romania or Texas, or generally I tend not to shoot in extravagant places. I mean, Texas is a fantastic place, and I love it, but yeah, I tend not to shoot in extravagant places.
Yeah, you've kind of switched to extravagant for actually quite scary.
Yeah. Well, Kazakhstan we shot in Romania in some villages and Borat and that kind of stuff. It's mainly in states, the kind of what we used to call the red states. But here we shot in Ibiza, which was nice.
Nice.
It's an interesting place because it seemed to us that the gender differences were most stark there. And also it was a
Saw some
laugh to
things.
actually be there and say,
I
pretend
bet.
you're working. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Rosamund?
I went all the way to New Zealand, and then the film collapsed, and all I got was a leg wax. It felt a long way to go.
Oh,
for a leg
wow.
wax.
Was it good?
The leg wax?
Yeah.
It was adequate. I mean,
Worth
pretty
it?
ordinary.
Would you have done it again?
I mean, I wouldn't probably go to Wellington for
Yes.
one next time, but,
Okay.
obviously
Camden's better.
Camden will be fine,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, to be honest, that's a great exclusive. You went to New Zealand for a leg.
I mean, the reality
Yeah.
is, the film industry, that you shoot for extravagant places, you shoot in the cheapest version of it.
Jordan,
So,
pretty
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, I shot in Jordan as well. That
Did
was,
you? Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Quite bad dysentery there.
You had?
Yeah,
Oh, did
quite
you?
common.
Wow.
Back in the day.
I really want to know more about that, but I've
Yeah,
got 2 minutes left.
almost got arrested
Okay.
though. But anyway, that's a separate story.
Oh, tell us that story.
No, it's a separate story. That was for Bruno, a movie I did. But,
Oh,
the
okay.
long story,
I could
but
imagine.
got saved by... anyway, it's a long story.
There's a great moment in the movie where Damien and the team are pitching new ideas for clients, and I'd love to know what's been the weirdest pitch or potential movie that's come your way.
These are great questions.
Thanks, man.
They
Thank you so
may
much.
require
Oh,
some
so-
time for... they would require some access to my memory, which has kind of
funny.
disappeared.
Because I was also thinking, I'm assuming when you pitched Borat, that must have been such an unusual pitch, because not many people have really done something like that before.
No, it was basically a lie. I essentially lied and said we could make a movie where real people were moving the plot forward. But I was lying. I didn't think it could actually happen. But, yeah. And then we had to... Yeah, when it started working, I was like, wow, I wasn't lying. It was a hunch that it could work. Yeah, but I was lying, obviously, in the studio to go, this is what we're going to do, and people are going to do that. And...
Wow.
No, I think that's right. It's not a lie. It's a hunch. It's an
Yes,
instinct.
yes.
But you've got nothing to back it up at that point.
Yes, exactly.
And then you
And
make
it's
it
not
work.
our money, and you're trying to get the money from the studio. So creative explanation.
Calculated.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Borat, I know you've spoken about the level of detail that goes into creating your own characters, like even down to the underwear that they have to wear, otherwise
Yeah.
it could all fall apart. I was wondering, how does your approach to playing characters you've created differ to characters that come your way?
There's not much of a change, really. I mean, it's all, accent, the way they speak, costume, the way they walk. And the weird thing about this one actually was I have this incredible dialect coach that I first met on Scorsese's Hugo. And I worked with him on every new character. And I said, okay, what's the voice going to be? And then eventually we're going through different voices. And he goes, what about your voice? So this is the first time I've used my voice in a movie, which was really strange for me. And I was saying this is my first junket as myself, which is...
I'm trying to think of your back catalogue, but yeah.
It's quite freeing, isn't it, to use your own voice?
I don't know. It was quite scary because I thought, you can hide behind the voice. To me, that's the way in. I mean, how do you find a character?
Well, I try and find ways I can sort of bring the person in, so it sort of becomes part of me. So it's not me, but I have to sort of make it meld them.
Yeah.
So it's not like stepping completely aside into somebody else. It's
bringing them in. So to me, knowing I can use something close to my voice means I know I can pull the lines any which way and they'll work. Whereas if you're doing American, you never know quite if that inflection will work. But now with accents, instead of doing a kind of general American, I don't know if you do this, I base it on a person.
Yes, yeah.
So with a recent South African accent I found a person and I listened to her and listened to her and listened to her, and copied her until I could then just talk like her. And that was fun.
That was a really lovely interview. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. Nice to meet you. Yeah.